Let's go live for 5 with the blue chicken jive. What's happening, y'all good looking sexy people? I had a blue sphere being visit me in my bedroom last night, and it floated around in the room, and then it went bok, bok, bok. Just kidding. I was watching just now. I watched about 20 minutes of a George Norrie coast to coast interview with one of the blue chicken guys, and it just kills me how serious they are in promoting sci-fi fantasy fiction as reality. Those guys are so out there, man. It's funny. And some of the people on there in the chat room are like, oh my god, the revelation of the blue chicken. The blue chickens are coming. And other folks are like, George, you've lost all dignity in promoting these just absolutely obvious liars. Wilcock and Good and Emery, those guys go too far, man. So I did some research, a little background research on their story, and turns out there's a whole web media series of pages that actually contained all of that information that was written by amateur writers, that contains all of the information that they released over time. And so they were just getting on these forums and reading all this sci-fi writing by young writers, I guess, and then presenting it as their reality. So they had usurped an entire database of storytelling and turned it into their personal experience and promote it as their ideas. And I mean, they launched a whole network based on that called Gaia, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. So you guys know what's going on. Come on, dude, hit the gas. So lean. Dude's in a Buick, man. It's got a far superior engine to my own vehicle, and he's not even pushing the gas. Anyway, so there's another type of stories on the internet that do a similar type thing. It's written by young amateur writers that have creative imaginations and write stories called the SCP Files. So the SCP Files, you can find them here on YouTube. I listen to a lot of them. Some of them are not very good. In fact, probably most of them, but they're reminiscent of X-Files, and they're kind of fun to listen to. There's a couple of guys out there, young guys, that read the stories and do pretty good. They're some of their skill levels are professional level reading abilities. So I listen to a lot of those. SCP, it stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. In that line of stories, they have 3 classes of anomalies, paranormal creatures and anomalies that appear on Earth. The safest kind don't cause any harm to people or humanity or do anything to the timelines or history or anything like that. Those are called Euclid class. I believe it's Euclid class. And then maybe Euclid class is the second class. Maybe the first class is just called Safe class. I forget. And then there's a second level that can cause like community-wide events and affect individuals, have a negative effect, like they kill people and stuff, and cause temporal rifts, things that mess with time, that create apotheum or time dilation. And then the most serious class are Ketter Class, and those are the most dangerous. They're they can create world-changing events or world-threatening events, and even cosmos-threatening events, like giant black holes and huge temporal rifts that can suck away entire timelines and create giant time loops and all sorts of other mayhem that they can create. So those are fun to listen to, and I'm just waiting for when these blue chicken guys are gonna pick up on the SCP and start like word for word describing SCPs. And so I've been listening to them since I had my my little event, my little life-changing event. I have been listening to SCPs, and some of you might find them interesting. But again, it's just fantasy, most of it. There may be some background to some of the SCPs, like events, real-world events that happened and were documented. I got to address the white elephant in the room, though, and talk a little bit about Richard Dolan. Oh, that poor guy. Somehow, he's like one of the most serious UFO researchers, or was up until COVID. And he still is, but now he got roped in somehow with the whole TTSA, CIA disclosure movement. So he is fully under their sway now. And somehow his little wife, Tracy, maybe she was the infiltrator. She has disappeared. She's off the scene. Everyone was a little suspicious of her, that she was a handler sent in to rope him in and distract him from his true mission, which was just genuine UFO disclosure talk. So now he's pretty much abandoned YouTube, which, I mean, why not, right? YouTube hasn't done him any favors, obviously. And he has moved over to his own pay-for-play website. So you have to get a membership, which that's pretty much, it seems like, what YouTube is becoming. It's becoming wow, they're really blocking off that bathroom just every day now. So it's really becoming a bummer. I like to go there and sit for 10 minutes to chit chat. Now I gotta reorganize myself, figure out a new way to do this. Maybe I'll just park right here for now until I'm ready to park the car. Looks like there might be a viewer out there in Happy Land. How you doing? Who is that? If you're out in Happy Land, send a hello. This is, let me remind you, we are Live for 5 with Frank Monday on the Drive Jive, and he is talking about Coast to Coast with George Norrie selling out to the Blue Chicken Cult and Gaia. I'm with you. Fuck them. I mean, they're already making buttloads of money off this free platform. So why can't they just continue the free content without trying to hook everyone in for a $10 a month subscription? We're already paying for our device, which is expensive, you know, $1,000 for a smartphone. Then we pay for the electricity to power it every day, which is expensive. You're paying $100 a month or something like that to charge all your devices. Then you're paying for your internet access, which is probably running you $50 to $100 a month for that. So you're already in it for like $300 a month plus the $1,000 original investment, right? I mean, it gets expensive. And then on top of that, they're asking for like, oh, how about an extra $10 a month to get the extra hour of content. And it's like, man, I listened to you, what your guys are saying already, and I know it's BS, and it's entertainment, and it's entertaining, but now I got to give you an extra $15-20 a month to get the extended interview. Fuck that. So rather than doing that, I will use the extra hour to broadcast for as long as they allow that. You know, who knows how much longer we're going to be able to broadcast for free. I was listening to the Jordan Peterson interview on, I forget that guy's name. I think he's a British fella, and he's a bit of a blue blood celebrity type guy that interviews lots of people and tries to talk about deep, penetrating issues. And I believe in his youth he was somewhat flamboyant, maybe an actor. He's got long hair and kind of a funny look to him. Russell Brand, that's his name. I couldn't remember his name for the life of me yesterday. Frank Sinatra always said, you should never mention other people's names while you're live or in stage and on show and stuff. He had the Rat Pack, of course, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and that other guy that nobody ever remembers. And I think the other guy was probably one of the better singers among the four. But anyway, Frank Sinatra said, if you ever mention anyone else's name on your own... No, it wasn't Piers Morgan. It's a guy named Russell Brand. Piers Morgan's another British guy, blue blood. But Piers Morgan has always been like a professional celebrity interviewer. This guy's an amateur. He's on YouTube. He's quite professional in his demeanor, but I don't know that he has any official... I don't know that he has any... what's the word I'm looking for? Professional journalism background. Yeah, something like that. I don't know if he went to the school for journalism, Pointer, the school for journalism, like I did. Nah, I've listened to most of their online lectures though. Anyway, what was the point I was getting at? Yeah, so I had listened to the Jordan Peterson reemergence after his big crisis. He had a big health crisis recently. I got to smoke my morning cigarette before I go in. School grounds, the entire campus is no smoking, and I got an early class this morning, so I got to make this one short. So I won't get into it, but anyway, he did an hour-long video with him, but then it turns out it's a 3-hour interview, and only the first hour's free. They'll put the other hours up on 6 weeks down the line or something to get more views. They always do. And even if they don't, who cares? I've heard everything those people got to say. I mean, I haven't heard everything, but a lot of it. And it doesn't change that much. And so one may ask and wonder, why keep listening then, right? Because there's always new concoctions and creations. And like I said, it is entertaining. It is. I will grant it that. Yeah, I'm going to cut this short. Try to wrap this up before 7. So I can head over there and get my breakfast and get everything in line before class begins. Yeah, this is not convenient right here. I really bummed out that they blocked off that public bathroom. I mean, who the fuck are they to do that? They pushed a barricade into the way of the public bathroom, and that just annoys the fucking dog shit out of me. That's okay. I will find... See, the thing is, I can't... Alright. So, to recap, check out the Jordan Peterson interview with Russell Brand's interview with Jordan Peterson, and jump on and get the new Coast to Coast George Norrie interview with Emery something, the Blue Chicken Cult guy. And make sure you sub the Frank Monday channel and keep it live on the Live for 5 Drive at 5. And that will be it for this morning, because I have arrived in the parking lot. And let us pray. O Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible, we adore thee and we invoke thee. Grant us humility, prosperity, longevity, and your wisdom, that we may bring forth those things which you would have us know, and hide them in our understanding, so that they has come forth as if from the ineffable treasure house of thine divine kingdom. We ask all these things in the name of thou only begotten Son, Jesus the Christ, and his wife, Mary Magdalene, Our Lady, as above, so below. I'll see y'all good looking happy people in the future. Hugs and kisses. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.